If you're a contractor and you're tired of relying on word of mouth or wasting cash on random marketers, I'm going to show you how to control your own lead flow. And what that means is I'm going to show you how to generate your own leads for your contracting business, whether you're a roofer, someone in HVAC, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, a bathroom remodeler, a kitchen remodeler. It does not matter. This is the same framework that we use to help hundreds of companies across the United States. I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know to get started and how to run leads and get a good return, whether you're on a large budget or whether you're on a small budget. Either option will work. That is the purpose of this video. Let's start with why most contractors get stuck. The reason that most contractors get stuck is because they're just not doing the right things. They're not researching to find what offers work, whether in the area or just alone on Facebook. They're not using AI to be able to write copy for them or even create an image. They're not using simple tools. And the last thing is to be honest, they're just not following up with the leads. But that's a whole separate video. I'm not going to talk about that today. Today, we're just talking about how to run ads for your contractor business. The first thing I want to walk you through is our lead machine framework, right? So this is our framework that we use right here on the screen to get new leads. So we're going to run through how to research on Facebook. We're going to run through how to use ChatGPT to help us create an offer. Then we're going to create the ad in Canva, which is the tool that I'm using right now, and we'll create a simple ad. And then I'll show you how to run that ad on Facebook. And then at the end of that, you'll be able to generate new leads. And what you do after that lead will be in a separate video, but it's really simple. Just pick up the phone and call them. To call them very quickly. But we'll talk about more like automation, other things in separate videos. Before we kind of go into researching and running ads and everything like that, let's just talk about what most people are paying for leads, right? So what I did is I gathered this data from HomeAdvisor. And for this example today, we're just going to be doing an HVAC company just to keep it simple. The two services that I have highlighted here for an AC install and a furnace install, right? Those are typically the highest ticket services for an HVAC business. Now, remember, this will work for anything. An average install on HomeAdvisor, as an example, you're going to be ranging anywhere from $70 to about $100 for one lead. And that's pretty much about the same for a furnace install. Now, the difference is that when you're using HomeAdvisor, these leads are shared. Now, if you do pay for exclusive leads, they jump up in price drastically. So for a shared lead, meaning when I say shared, that this lead is not only sent to you, it's also sent to 4, 5, 6, 10 different contractors in the area. You guys all get the lead at the same time, and it's whoever calls first. But you're inviting competition, right? If you don't understand your numbers in marketing, it won't work. And what I don't want you doing is going and spending money on marketing and find out you're actually losing at the end of the day, right? First one that is important is, what do you charge for their service? Some HVAC companies are going to charge $15,000 for an install. So if you're selling for $15,000, what I typically see is the average profit is around $7,500. It's around a 50% margin. It could be a little less, but this is typically what I see between like that 6 to 7.5 mark. And, for $10,000, it's typically a $3,000 margin. And for $5,000, it's around $1,500. Now, for this scenario, what we try to do is we try to keep everything nice and simple. So for marketing spend, we just said $50 across the board, right? So you're going to spend $50 a day. That's $1,500 a month. Now, you can spend less, you can spend more. It does not matter, right? If you spend $3,000, you'll get more leads. But the strategy works the same no matter what. Even if you're spending $10 a day, you may not get a lead every day, but you will get leads. It may take 3, 4 days, maybe 5 days for that lead to come through, but you will get a lead a week. And if your budget is only $10 and you close once in a while, it'll make that money worth it. I like to spend a minimum $50 a day because it's just a good starting point just to get started. But it does not mean that you can't spend lower. So we just said that if you spent $1,500, you get about 20 leads. We typically see around 30 leads. I'm just being conservative here. So let's say you get 20 leads out of that. And for $15,000, you secure one job. Typically what I see is it's a little bit higher ticket. Sometimes it's easier to close, sometimes it's harder to close. It depends on your sales rep. For these numbers, this is just what we're doing here. So you secure one job. So that one job, it costs your whole marketing budget. So your cost to acquire that one job is $1,500. Now your profit after that is going to be $6,000. So you spent $1,500, and after your marketing expenses, after you paid your guys, after you paid your business expenses, everything is all covered, you're still profiting $6,000 off of $1,500. The 4x return. Now that's 4x return on profit. Now let's say the guy that's charging $10,000, he gets the same amount of leads, he might close 2 deals. So the cost for him to acquire is $750, and profit, this person is making $4,500. The company that's only charging $5,000, theoretically, they should be closing more. If you are undercutting your competition in your area, you will close more deals, which is why I say if you only have 10 or 20 or $30, those are guys that probably are charging a little bit cheaper, and they can win in games like that. They may not get as many leads, but they will close more because they're undercutting the market, right? So let's say if they closed 3 jobs. So a cost for them to acquire one job is $500, but their profit is only $1,500, but they closed 3. So that nets them $4,500 minus their $1,500 in marketing spend. So they walk away with $3,000 in profit. So these things are scalable up and down, but this is how you can run the numbers to make sure that this makes sense for your business. Let's break into the Facebook ads research. We're going to be using the Facebook ads library to do this. We are coming here to Facebook ads library to find what are other people running as ads. It's probably a good indicator that if the ad has been running for a long time, that it's working and generating results. And then we are taking that information and we're going to use that to create our own ads. The easiest way is to just go to Google and type in Facebook ads library. It's the first thing that pops up. Once you come into the Facebook ads library, click all ads. Make sure you're selecting the United States. If you're in the United States, if you're in the UK or wherever you are, it's fine too. And what you're going to do is you're going to search a keyword. So in this scenario, we're doing HVAC. So we would go literally just type in the word HVAC. Now it's going to populate all of these different things. Don't worry about it. Just search for this exact phrase. All right. So what's going to happen is these are all active ads. These are ads that are on Facebook right now. So you can see it's active. And these ads started July 25th. This is showing if it has the word HVAC anywhere in the ad at all, it will populate here. It may not show it if it's on the image only, but if it has it in the text, the copy, or anywhere else, it will show it. Things you don't really need to worry about is like the library ID and things like that. What platforms that they're running on. And then if you click on see ad details, it will go into much further, right? So kind of opens it up. If you click on this, it will sometimes drop down more text. Let me give an example of that. One that has more text. All right. So you'll click see summary of the ads. You'll be able to see right here, see ad details. And then if you click here, it'll expand the text if they have more. And this is a standard ad you'll see on Facebook. But the reason that we come onto Facebook is because we want to see what's working, right? You come onto the Facebook ads library to see what's working in your industry. So what I like to do is this filter, and then you're going to change this date. So right now it's going from 2018 is as far as it goes back. So let's take this back to April 1st. We want anything that was before April 1st with the word HVAC. We'll see companies that have been running the same ad since April. So this is a good example. So Brockman Heating and Air, attention Fort Wayne homeowners, beat the summer rush and save. Is your current air conditioning system on its last legs? Blah, 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 right? And has this long thing. But what's important about this is that this has been running since April 1st. This ad is probably generating leads for them because it's been running for so long. So what we're going to do is you can come in here, click on see ad details, and you will see the full ad. But what's nice is you can also see the questions. So what this is, there's different types of Facebook ads. And the scenario that I'm going to teach you guys how to run is for Facebook lead forms. Okay. Lead forms are very easy to get started. They do work. They work very well. This guy is running lead forms. So what we like to do is on those lead forms, you can ask qualifying questions. In this scenario, the qualifying questions that they're asking is, need a new HVAC system. How soon are you looking to replace your system? Right now, next 30 to 90 days, sometimes later this year. Then they're asking for a phone number, first name, last name, zip code, email. And these are the only questions that they're asking. You can ask more. The more questions you ask, though, the less amount of leads are going to come in. If you're asking 10 to 15 questions, more people have to go through and answer them, and you're not going to get as many to do that. So what I like to do is just look at the questions that other people are asking and choosing the best ones and going from there. So I'll duplicate my tab, and I see Brockman here. And what you can actually do is you can click, or you can hover over their name, and you can click view ads, and it will show you all of their ads are currently running. So these are good examples of ads that you can use as inspiration, right? So let's scroll down and get another example. Okay, we'll just use mount repair. They keep popping up, and they've been running these ads for quite some time. We're already back into March, and they've been running these ads, so they're working. So let's click on see summary details, see ad details. We could see it's just a simple ad. This time they have their phone number, right? Click learn more. And then if you click on additional assets, you can see what questions they're asking. New AC system starting at $4,495. Are you interested in quote your new system? Yes, no, full name, phone number, email, etc. What you want to do is you just want to get 2 or 3 examples. You could spend hours here in the ads library just running through and figuring out what you like, what you don't like, right? You may not copy word for word or, the exact image, but you know for a fact that these colors, this exact layout is working. They want to be running ads from March 27th all the way to July 29th if it was not getting leads for them. It's in your best interest to do something very, very similar to this, right? This will give you a good foundation, and we're going to use this as inspiration. So we're going to keep these ads open. The next step is using ChatGPT. So what I like to do is I like to screenshot ads. And what we're going to do is we're going to come to ChatGPT and we're going to paste a screenshot of the ad. And when I say screenshot, this is the full image. So I put the actual full text, what it is, and we're going to screenshot the second one, which is here. We'll do see ad details, expand it. If you can't get it in one screenshot, you could also split it into 2. So this isn't going to all come in one. So I'm just going to screenshot the copy, paste it. I'm going to go back. And now I'm going to screenshot the image. And I go to ChatGPT and paste it. You can use the free version. It does not matter. But you're going to tell ChatGPT, you are a Facebook marketing expert. I gave you 2 ads. So just fill in the blank. I gave you 3 ads, 4 ads, 5 ads, whatever you found, along with the text for those ads and the images. Simple. I am a HVAC contractor in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Help me create a Facebook ad similar to what I gave you. Try to stay as close as you can to the ads because they are already working. And that's it. I talk to ChatGPT like it's a normal person. I'm going to tell it, who do I want you to be? In the scenario, you are a Facebook marketing expert. I gave you 2 ads and all of them are in images. And I'm going to tell it a little bit about myself. I'm an HVAC contractor in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Help me create a Facebook ad similar to what I gave you. Try to stay as close to the ads because they are already working, right? This may not be grammatically correct, but it does not matter. ChatGPT understands what you're trying to say. But the point is, I want to prove how simple it is for you to get something on the other end. So ChatGPT will take in that information and I'll spit something out immediately. So perfect. Now you have a full-blown ad for Facebook. Now, some of this may not fit, right? So your free quote includes 3 customized system options, clear upfront pricing info. Some of these things you can keep, but maybe this isn't true. Maybe you don't have 1,000 5-star reviews. Maybe you only have 20. Maybe you have 50. Maybe you have 0. You could take this out. The things that don't match your offer or what you have, just take it out and run it as is. You put your phone number here and then click the button to lock in your free estimate today. This is a ready to go ad. Now, the only thing that I'm going to add additional is once you get the ad, I need a Facebook headline and description for the ad. So it'll give you a headline. Remember, you can change this number to whatever those numbers are. I have companies that we work with where we say as low as 9997 for $10,000, for as low as 7,800, for as low as $12,000, $15,000. This number does not matter. Make it work for your business. You will get leads. If you have lower numbers, you'll get more. Just being upfront with you. If you put lower numbers, but it has to be reasonable, right? You don't want to make it scammy. You don't want to put, for as low as $50, you're not selling a new system for $50. So you have to make sure it's reasonable, but that it works for your business. If this is an introductory offer, this is somebody who's never seen your business before, or maybe they have, and they are coming in, they're hoping to get a quote on a new system. So, whatever this number is, you are going to change for yourself. And then a basic description. And this will come in handy later. So now what we've done is we've got our ad, we've researched on Facebook, we used ChatGPT, and now we're going to create an ad on Canva. If you don't want to do this yourself, please save yourself the time. Go to this website. You go to fiverr.com. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to type in Facebook ad image. And they will create your creatives for you. Now, there are people that will do in here for 10, 15, 20 bucks, and these will come out really good. So if I were you, if you're okay spending, 10, 20 bucks, just give them the images from the ads that you found earlier when you're doing your research. Say, hey, I need images and I need to say these things. Here's my logo. You can give all this information to them, pay the 10, 20 bucks, and you'll get all of those images. Ask for a couple different colors, and then you're done with this step. When you first come to canva.com, it's going to look like this. You can click create in this top left corner, and it will open this up for you. For this scenario, we're going to create an image ad. You can also do video, and video works, and so does image. If you're just getting started and you're watching this video, it's more about execution and getting ads up. What I would recommend is typing in Instagram, and you'll get a 4x5. The reason that we use Canva is because the dimensions are already preset, which are very important. So I want to keep this as simple as possible. Just come to canva.com. They have a free version. If you want to pay the paid version, I think it's like $6. So it's not very expensive. So come in here. You're going to get all of these different options. Canva is really cool because it has all of these templates already pre-done for you. So let's just type in HVAC. And you see it literally has tons and tons of different HVAC templates. Now, the reason that we kept open those ads earlier was because we want to stay as close as we possibly can to these ads. Canva is very easy to use, and I'll show you how to use it. I'm going to recreate this ad right here. It's not going to be exactly the ad, but it's going to be close, right? So first thing we're going to put in is the background, which is just, it looks like an apartment. It has 4 different units on there. So we're just going to type in HVAC units. What you'll see is that they already have a bunch of stock photos and things. If you have your own photos, you can use it, great. If not, you can just use the ones that are here. We can just use this one. 3 different units outside. What you're going to do is we put the units in. We're going to put a box over it. And all we do is click on elements, click on shape. Delete the box for you. Put a box in. We're going to make this box black. All right. And Canva is pretty simple. I know I'm moving pretty quick, but if you click on elements, you have this little portion here. You can click on any shape that you want. And the reason that we use Canva is because it's meant to be like drag and drop. It's really simple and easy to use. You see how I'm just using my mouse. I don't need to know how to use Photoshop or do anything crazy. So I know I just cover the whole image, and that's because I'm going to change the transparency. Transparency just makes it a little bit lighter. So it makes it a little transparent. So we're going to put it around 50 just to kind of match this look, because this is kind of blacked out a little bit with it transparency so that you can see and understand this text, right? So they're doing spring special. So we'll do a spring special at the top. If you click on text, they have all of these different fonts and presets and all of this type of stuff. For this one, we're just going to try to keep it simple. We're going to do spring sale. I'm never a fan of this font, so we're just going to use Remo. Make this nice and big and bold. Make it bold. We'll do spring sale. And let's see if we could put a little badge. We'll just put sale. So we'll try to keep it as close as we can. So I'll hit Control C, I'll copy this, or better yet, I'll just click duplicate, drag that down, put AC sale, exclamation point, and spring AC special is what it actually says. All right, so we're going to put spring AC special, exclamation point. And then we want this on separate lines. So we're just going to click enter, and we'll make this a little bit bigger. Let's just make it 48. And it has these special effects. So we'll click neon because that's what they have in the image. And we'll change the color to blue. And that looks almost like what's there. If you want, you can spend time doing something more fun with some of the text, right? That looks a little bit better, right? And we can continue to kind of play with that. But for sake of time, I'm not going to go through and do everything. Next up is we're going to do install your new AC today. So we're going to click on elements, and we're going to click on shape, and we'll click on this. Almost looks like a little pill to me. And it automatically comes with text. We're going to make it white, just like the other one. Install your new AC today. So let's use the concourse text like we did earlier. Make the text black. Install your new AC. What does it say? Today. And if you want, you can highlight this and change the one specific color to blue, just like they have it. So install your new AC today, no payments for 12 months. So let's copy this, paste down here. Gotta change the text to black. And this one says no payments for 12 months. Make it and bold, just like the other. Okay. And so what's missing? The text is supposed to be this Congoose regular. Okay, so it looks like they don't have the number 12 in this font, so we're just gonna do it like that, 12 months. And we'll make this blue as well. All right, there we go. Now we can make this whole thing bigger just so it looks better inside of there. We'll make this bigger to match. 30, there we go. And next, you would just add in a logo down here and some additional text, right? The point is you get the idea. You can come in here and you can build this ad, right? It's not very complicated. It's all drag and drop. You can move this anywhere that you want. You've already created the copy or the text that's going to go with it. You've already created the ad. I'm going to use this ad as an example, just so I'm not going to go into full details, but just using this as an example for this video. So once you're done, you're just going to click download. And now we have the ad. Okay. So now that we have done the research, we've created our copy or our text for the ad, we've created the actual ad itself. Now it's time to do the Facebook ad itself. So going into Facebook Ads Manager, you're gonna see I blurred out a lot of stuff because this is an actual ad account. I'm not going to run through how to create a Facebook ad account. If you do not have one, I will do a separate video on that. Or if that's something you need, just put it in the comments below and I'll show you how to do it. There's also plenty of videos on Facebook on how to do it. You go to business.facebook.com, follow the steps, and when you get to Ads Manager, it'll look just like this. So when you're in here and you have your Ads Manager, you can click Create. And what you're going to be going for is leads. That's the purpose of this ad. We're trying to get leads. And I personally, in the way that I'm going to show you is how to do the manual option because I think you'll get better results. So we'll click continue. And we're going to follow our example. We'll call this HVAC test campaign. We're going for leads and we will leave everything else the same here. This will not be changed. So we'll leave this as new leads ad set. It's not a big deal. If you want to organize it, what you can do is you could say, let's say July ad set, right? Let's say you want to switch it out for August, or you want to try something different. For this example, I'll just put July, but you can put whatever month, or you could just leave it as is, right? And what we are going for is instant forms. You can also go for all these other options. You can send the leads to a website and call, messenger, all of these different options. I recommend just doing instant forms. It's the easiest to get started with, very simple. So click on instant forms, make sure you have your Facebook page associated with it. You're going to leave all this information the same until you hit daily budget. I suggested $50 a day. And so that's what we'll put our daily budget of $50 a day. We'll put the start date as today, leave that open. There is no end date unless you want to. So for locations, when you get down to locations, we're going to click edit here. You're going to type in your location. So first thing you're going to do is get rid of the United States. Well, I guess you need a location first. So in this scenario, we were doing Cherry Hill, New Jersey, right? So let's type in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. and it instantly gives you a 25-mile radius. For me, that's fine. For you, that might be different. 10 miles is the lowest you can go. If you want to get picky and you want to do a certain radius, what you can do is you can zoom in, drop a pin on a specific area. And when you do this certain area, it will let you go down all the way to 1 mile. So you can see here, it's just 1 mile. So if you don't want to do it by town, you can just drop a pin on a certain place that you want to be and do 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, etc. But this is ways that you can target luxury areas, places with more money, whatever it is, you can do that in Facebook. So that's a little hack. Hopefully that's useful. I'm just going to take this off and just do Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 10 miles. Keep it nice and simple. The other thing is, I recommend in the beginning, you can just go broad. You're looking for an audience size by narrowing it down to that little area. I'm down to 1.1 to 1.3 million people. You do not need to go any further, any narrow. If you want to go after like high value individuals, people that only have money, and you want to target luxury homes and things like that, you can switch to the original audience. And it's going to take you back up, so you have to scroll back down. And now you can set age groups. So let's say anybody over the age of 25, leave all genders. And what you're really going to want to come into is detailed targeting. This is only something you want to use if you want to target something very specific. So something you can do here is type in income, and you could do household income, top 10% of US zip codes, right? So we could tack that on, or we can tack on top 5%, whatever it is. To be honest with you, I would just go after income and narrow in your location. And then Advantage Plus placements, we're just going to leave this as is. You do not need to edit or change anything here. You can if you want to get fancy, but I don't think it's necessary for this scenario. So once you come into here, you have pretty much done all of the work. You know, you have your Facebook, you need to have a Facebook page and everything, which is part of your creation of your ads manager. You're going to do a single image or a carousel, and we're going to leave everything the same. And we will create a new form. Let's start here. So when you come in, you're going to hit HVAC form. I always do higher intent versus more volume. If you want, you can even require leads to verify their phone number with a one-time passcode. You will get better leads for doing it. So something to put in there. Shared settings, opens, optional. So you're not going to change anything here. We're going to click next. Intro, right? So in this scenario, we're just going to take the exact from the other one. So the intro over there and the original ad is, do you need a new HVAC system? And then complete the short form, and we'll contact you as soon as possible. Click next. And as you can see, now we're on the question section. So it already has some things in here. So it has email, phone name, phone number. Now, questions we want to ask are, how soon are you looking to replace your system? This is an important question. You want to know what's the timeline. So we're going to do multiple choice here. Well, how soon are you looking to complete your system? We're going to put right now, next 30 to 90 days. If you hit this little plus right here, it'll add more options later this year. Sure. And this will help you understand their interest level. If someone's looking to do it right now, that is a very hot lead. If they're looking to do it in the next 30 to 90 days, they might be window shopping. Later this year, they might just saw a good offer and they're filling it out. Not sure the same thing, right? So we want to take in this information, and you can take this time to add in additional questions if you want. You can add in, what's your address? Or you can add in what's your budget? How do you plan on financing this? And we can put cash, finance, or both. I'll leave that as an option. But these are all things that you can add in. You can get as creative as you want. These counts as 3 questions right here. 1, 2, 3. I would stick. So this is 4. This is 5. No more than 5 to 7 questions top. Anything more than that, you're going to see your leads come through at a much higher cost because it's more information that people just don't want to give out. So I would typically like to keep it under 5, and you should be good there. So pretty much you get to ask 2 additional questions, right? So once you're done with the question space, you're going to click next. And here, do we get in here? Oh, what do we have here? Answer the question. Hello? Something simple. Link. You should have a privacy policy on your website. You're just going to grab your privacy policy. So for me, it's just cfcontent.com/privacy. If you don't have one, you can just go to Google, generate a privacy policy, just say privacy policy generator, and it will give you a whole privacy policy, create a new website just for that, and you can paste it there. Something I wouldn't really worry about too much, but you need to have a privacy policy. Next is the review screen. So this gives people a chance to review, and then ending. At the end, thanks, you're all set. You can now visit our website or exit the form now. I typically like to put here, you can visit our website exit form now, or you can put, we'll contact you to schedule service, or you could say, call us now at 856, whatever number, made up number, do not call us. Call us at this number and, receive free thermostat upgrade, whatever. Free XYZ upgrade, whatever it is, just to kind of entice people to go on to the next step. You'll get much better responses with that. So put call us now, blah, 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 receive a free XYZ upgrade if you call with the first 10 minutes. This will get people to call you. And then you'll stick this number here, 856-326, whatever, click call now, and you're good to go. You have created a form. Now, I'm not going to save this form because I don't want it saved onto this account. So once you create the form, then you're going to come down to media placement. We're going to delete this, creative. Let's do an image ad. And we're going to upload, select our image from earlier that we created, or select the images that you got from Fiverr. Wait for it to process, click next. Always try to keep this as original. If you do any of these recommended, sometimes they'll get cut off, but just keep it as original. And this is where that text that we created in ChatGPT is going to come in handy. So let me grab the text. Literally want to I'm copying the text that I got from ChatGPT and placing it in the primary text. So it's going to put everything nice and organized for me. Now, what you want to do is remember, if you don't have 1,000 5-star reviews, or you don't have these things, just take it off or put what you do have. So all I did was copy and paste this information. And then we asked for a headline and a description. So for the headline, it's this, just copy and paste. And for the description, copy and paste. So installing your HVAC system for as low as, get a free quote, trusted, get a free quote, blah, blah, blah. And call to action, always do learn more. Always do learn more. Learn more or get offer. Those are the 2 that I would do. Learn more typically overperforms. That's all I would do. The other thing that I would do is I would turn off all of these things. They do not help for what you're trying to do. So just uncheck all of them and click done. So now our ad is put together. This is our nice long ad, our picture that we created, and you click publish. Once you click publish, Facebook will go in, and once they approve it, your ad will be live probably within the next 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes 2 to 5, it really depends. And your ad will start running and you will start to generate leads. And it's as simple as that. Okay. So we've done our research on the Facebook ads library. We've used ChatGPT to write the ad for us. We created the ad either in Canva or we went to Fiverr.com and had somebody else do it for us. We created the Facebook ad on Facebook. And now our only thing to do is just wait for leads to come in. So keep in mind, we should have wrote out this chart by now and had an idea of how much we're willing to spend, how many leads we anticipate. For good ads, we're getting anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks for HVAC. And just as an example, really most home service businesses are around there. Roofing and stuff like that can sometimes be slightly higher, but 30 to 50 bucks is the goal. Sometimes they come in cheaper at 15, 20, 10 bucks if we have great ads, great days, so that's what we're striving for, but it does happen. So, what you're anticipating and secured, what you're willing to spend, and what your profits will look like. So now that we kind of have this full picture, hopefully this is helpful. If you guys find that this is too difficult or something that you don't want to do on your own, or that you need help somewhere along the process, feel free to book a call. You could book a call with me in the link below, and that will book directly onto my calendar. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will be answering them and getting back to you. And hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you took away quite a few things from this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.